Welcome to Tell Me More Stories Told Us podcast.
Great to be here.
Today we're diving deep, really deep, into the story of someone who feels like, well, like a friend to millions, Jennifer Aniston.
Absolutely an icon, no question. From that haircut to, becoming a major Hollywood player.
Exactly. You probably know her as Rachel Green, of course, or from her, countless movies now. But we want to go beyond that today.
Unpack the journey, right? The ups, the downs, the decisions that shape who she became.
That's the plan. We're exploring how she navigated the sometimes crazy world of entertainment, from those very early, almost unseen roles to genuine global superstardom.
It's a fascinating trajectory. Persistence really is the name of the game.
And get ready for some surprises. Like, did you know, before Friends hit, one of her jobs to make ends meet was a bike messenger in New York City?
Wow, really? A bike messenger?
Yeah.
That paints quite a picture. Definitely shows the hustle.
Right. So let's start at the beginning. Her official acting journey kind of kicked off with an uncredited role in Mac and Me, 1988.
Yeah, not exactly a star-making turn, but, a foot in the door. You got to start somewhere.
Then she spent time honing her craft off-Broadway. Plays like For Dear Life and Dancing on Checkers' Grave.
That stage experience is invaluable. Building those fundamental acting muscles away from the cameras.
And here's a curveball. 1989, she popped up on The Howard Stern Show.
Oh, as a guest?
Not exactly, as a spokesmodel for Nutrisystem.
No kidding. See, that's the kind of early gig you often find, taking opportunities where you can get them, building visibility, maybe paying some bills.
Then came television. Her first regular role was on a show called Malloy in 1990.
Right, and that didn't last long, did it?
Nope. Quickly followed by the TV version of Ferris Bueller's Day Off, also canceled pretty fast. It's a brutal business.
Oh, incredibly tough. Getting a show to stick is like catching lightning in a bottle.
She also did a TV movie, Camp Cucamonga, same year, 1990, and then 1993, the film Leprechaun.
Ah, yes, the infamous Leprechaun.
She's mentioned finding it pretty embarrassing now, which is understandable, I guess.
Well, yeah. Looking back, your perspective changes, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But hey, it's part of her filmography, a cult classic for some.
True. And the TV struggle continued. More short-lived comedies like The Edge and Muddling Through. Guest spots too, Quantum Leap, Herman's Head.
Though a lot of work,
Yeah.
a lot of attempts, but nothing really hitting big yet. Just building that resume, getting experience.
Exactly. It feels like this whole period was just trying everything, lots of near misses, setting the stage unknowingly for something huge.
That persistence is key.
Yeah.
Facing those cancellations and still pushing forward.
Then comes this almost unbelievable moment. She's feeling pretty down about all the canceled shows. She's at a gas station in LA.
Right, the famous gas station story.
And she bumps into Warren Littlefield, the head of NBC Entertainment at the time.
Just a chance encounter. Serendipity, really. Those moments can change everything.
He apparently gave her some encouragement, told her to hang in there,
Yeah.
and then just months later, he's involved in casting her in a pilot for a new show.
Called Friends Like Us initially, I think.
Yeah, something like that. Which became, of course, Friends. It's hard to even imagine TV without it now.
Or without her is Rachel Green.
Well, here's another twist. Apparently, the producers first thought of her for Monica Geller.
Really? Wow, that would have been different. Courtney Cox was perfect as Monica, but it's fun to imagine.
And Aniston landed Rachel. But she had another offer on the table at the same time, a spot as a featured player on Saturday Night Live.
Whoa, SNL. That's a huge opportunity, too.
She turned SNL down for Friends. Talk about a gamble.
That must have been a tough call. But clearly, she saw something special in the Friends script.
Uh,
Or had amazing instincts. Maybe both.
And boy, did it pay off. Friends wasn't just a hit, it was a cultural earthquake. It launched all 6 of them into like a whole other stratosphere.
Global fame almost overnight. And Rachel. Rachel became the character everyone talked about. The hair, the clothes, the on again, off again thing.
Oh, definitely. She really resonated. That journey from spoiled runaway bride to, a successful working woman.
Very relatable for a lot of young people finding their way.
And the industry noticed. 5 Emmy nominations for playing Rachel. She won the lead actress Emmy once, plus a Golden Globe in 2003.
Those awards cemented her status. Critical recognition on top of the massive popularity.
And the money. That final season, she and the other women became the highest paid TV actresses ever at that point. $1 million an episode.
$1 million.
Yeah.
Per episode. Just let that sink in. It's in the Guinness Book of World Records. That speaks volumes about the show's power.
And you can't talk Friends without mentioning Ross and Rachel.
Never. The ultimate will they or won't they. Their relationship was the emotional anchor for so many fans. Voted TV's favorite couple all the time.
Kept us hooked for 10 years. So even while Friends was this massive thing, she was already looking towards film again.
Smart move. Diversifying. Not putting all her eggs in one basket, even if it was Golden Basket.
In 96, she's the one. A supporting role, but back on the big screen.
Testing the waters, showing she could do more than sitcom comedy.
Then came her first starring film role, Picture Perfect, in 1997.
Right. Mixed reviews for the movie itself, I think. But people generally liked her performance.
Yeah, critics noted her potential. Proving she could carry a film, that's a crucial step.
Definitely. Then she did The Object of My Affection in 98, and the year after, 99, Office Space.
Office Space, such a cult classic now. That showed real versatility, going from rom-com to that kind of dry workplace satire.
It really did, building a varied filmography even while playing Rachel Green every week.
Moving into the early 2000s, she stretched even more. Rockstar in 2001, and then The Good Girl in 2002.
Ah, The Good Girl. That felt like a real turning point for her film career, didn't it?
Absolutely. Playing that disillusioned small-town cashier, critics really sat up and took notice. Roger Ebert, I remember, praised her heavily, said she finally escaped the Rachel image.
It showed a depth, a dramatic capability that maybe people hadn't fully seen. A really important role for her.
But she could still bring the box office for comedies. 2003, Bruce Almighty, opposite Jim Carrey.
Oh yeah, that was huge. Massive global hit. Made almost $500 million.
That kind of success just solidifies your standing, proves you're a bankable movie star.
No question. Opens up so many doors.
And she followed it up in 2004, the year Friends ended, with Along Came Polly, co-starring Ben Stiller, another solid hit.
So the transition was already well underway. Friends ends, but her film career is firing on all cylinders.
Okay, so Friends wraps up in 2004. A huge chapter closes. But for Jennifer Aniston, the movie career just keeps rolling.
Yeah, it felt pretty seamless from the outside, didn't it? No big lull. She kept working consistently.
2005, she did Derailed, which was more of a thriller, and rumor has it, back in the rom-com zone.
Showing that range again, not just sticking to one genre.
And 2006 was a busy year, the indie drama Friends with Money.
Which got some good notices, exploring different character dynamics.
And she directed a short film, Room 10, part of a Glamour magazine series.
Stepping behind the camera. Interesting to see her explore that. Gwyneth Paltrow had done one too, I think.
Yeah. And then the big one that year was the breakup with Vince Vaughn.
Right. That did really well commercially, even as critics were a bit divided.
Yeah.
The title alone probably drew people in.
Definitely played on public curiosity at the time. And she popped back onto TV for guest spots, too. 2007, she was in Dirt, Courtney Cox's show.
And 30 Rock. Her role as Tina Fey's stalker-ish old roommate was hilarious.
So funny. Got her an Emmy nomination for that guest role. Still got those comedy chops.
Absolutely. Then 2008, Marley and Me with Owen Wilson.
Oh, man. That movie, get the tissues ready.
Right. Huge hit. Broke Christmas Day box office records. People loved that story. Heartwarming, but also, sad.
It tapped into something universal about pets and family. Then 2009, another big ensemble rom-com. He's just not that into you.
Yeah, that cast was stacked.
Yeah.
And it really hit a nerve, topped the box office.
So she's consistently in these successful mainstream films. The early 2010s had a few that maybe didn't hit as big critically, like The Bounty Hunter or The Switch.
Happens to everyone, right? Not every film can be a smash hit or a critical darling. But she kept working, kept getting lead roles. That's the key.
And speaking of TV cameos, in 2010, she guested on Cougar Town.
Another reunion with Courtney Cox. Fans loved seeing them together again, even briefly.
Felt like a little nod to the Friends legacy. By the way, if you're enjoying this deep dive into Jennifer Aniston's story on Tell Me More, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss our future explorations.
Good point. Lots more fascinating stories to come.
Okay, so 2011 rolls around, and it's a strong year for her. Just go with it, with Adam Sandler.
Another successful pairing with Sandler. They have good comedic chemistry.
And Horrible Bosses, where she played that.
Yeah.
A very inappropriate dentist.
Oh, that role was something else. Hilariously dark. A real departure, and people loved it. Both films did really well.
And Wanderlust in 2012 with Paul Rudd. That one actually got decent reviews, right?
Yeah, critics seemed to like it, but it kind of underperformed at the box office. Sometimes that happens. The marketing, the timing, who knows?
It's unpredictable. But she bounced right back in 2013 with Where Are the Millers?
Playing a stripper, posing as a mom, and an RV trip gone wrong.
That movie was a huge financial success. Really showed her comedic drawing power was still strong and maybe even expanding into slightly edgier stuff.
Definitely. It was a big hit for her.
Moving into the mid-2010s, it feels like she started consciously mixing things up even more. 2014, Life of Crime, based on an Elmore Leonard novel.
Right. More of a crime comedy, bit darker, more character-driven. She got good reviews for that.
And she did Horrible Bosses, too, that year as well, bringing back Dr. Julia.
Couldn't resist, I guess.
But the big one from 2014, critically speaking, was Kate.
Oh, absolutely. That was a major moment, playing a woman suffering from chronic pain and addiction.
Such a raw, unglamorous performance, completely different from anything she'd done before, and the acclaim poured in. Golden Globe nomination, SAG nomination, Critics' Choice.
Many people thought she deserved an Oscar nomination for it. It really showcased her dramatic depth, a true transformation.
It really felt like a statement. Then, 2015, she swung back to comedy with She's Funny That Way, Peter Bogdanovich film.
A screwball comedy, showing she could still nail that lighter touch effortlessly. That versatility is impressive.
2016 brought a few different projects. The ensemble rom-com Mother's Day.
Yeah, one of those Gary Marshall holiday ensemble films.
She voiced a character in the animated movie Storks.
Fun. Voice acting is a different skill set again.
And she played a pretty icy CEO in Office Christmas Party, another ensemble comedy.
So keeping busy across different types of projects.
Then in 2017, another serious turn with a war drama, The Yellowbirds.
Playing the mother of a soldier, a heavy role. She mentioned it wasn't her usual genre, but the script really affected her.
Stepping outside her comfort zone again, showing that artistic curiosity.
In 2018, she jumped into the streaming world, executive producing and starring in the Netflix film Dumplin'.
Right, her first big project specifically for a streamer, adapting to the changing industry landscape.
Smart move. And she reunited with Adam Sandler for Netflix too, with Murder Mystery in 2019.
Which was apparently huge for Netflix viewership. Led to the sequel, Murder Mystery 2, in 2023. Their on-screen pairing clearly works for audiences.
It's a reliable formula for them. Comfortable, funny escapism.
But the really big return, the one people were waiting for, was her full comeback to series television in 2019.
The Morning Show on Apple TV Plus, Phil.
Exactly, starring alongside Reese Witherspoon and also producing. A high-profile, prestigious drama series.
And it's been a massive success for her. Critically acclaimed, winning awards. She won a SAG award for her role. Multiple Emmy and Golden Globe nominations across the seasons.
It feels like a combination, in a way, taking everything she's learned and pouring it into this complex, powerful role, both on and off screen as a producer.
Absolutely. It showcased her dramatic talents, perhaps more than ever before on a sustained basis.
And then, of course, the event that basically broke the internet for a day in 2021.
Has to be The Friends. The reunion.
Oh, yeah, on HBO Max, getting the whole gang back together. It was emotional for a lot of people.
Immensely nostalgic. And she produced that too, right? Got an Emmy nomination for it as a producer.
She did. It was a huge cultural moment, proving the lasting power of that show and those characters.
It really is incredible how Friends continues to resonate after all these years.
Okay, so beyond the acting, which is obviously huge, she's been involved in quite a few other ventures over the years. Businesswoman Jen.
Right. Building her brand. Early on, there was that funny Windows 95 instructional video she did with Matthew Perry.
I remember seeing clips of that. Peak 90s tech meets peak 90s sitcom.
Exactly. She's done major ad campaigns too. L'Oreal, Heineken.
And she launched her own perfume line starting in 2010. Jennifer Aniston, which was first called Relive, then several more fragrances followed.
A successful foray into the beauty market. And more recently, in 2021, she launched Relive again, but this time as a hair care company.
Makes sense given the whole Rachel hair legacy. Even if she disliked the cut, people associate her with great hair.
Smart branding. And she's had those really long-term, high-profile deals with Smartwater and Aveeno Skincare.
Reportedly worth 8 figures for Aveeno, and she was the face of Emirates Airline for a while, too.
Those kinds of long-running endorsements show serious marketability and trust from major brands.
She's even popped up in music videos, Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers' Walls, Melissa Etheridge's I Want to Be in Love.
Adding a bit of rock and roll cred.
And she's been involved behind the scenes in production. She co-founded Plan B Entertainment back in 2002 with Brad Pitt and Brad Gray.
Though she later withdrew from Plan B, it became a hugely successful production company.
Right. And then in 2008, she formed her own company, Echo Films.
Giving her more control over developing projects, finding stories she wants to tell, important for longevity and creative satisfaction.
Alongside all this, she's also known for her commitment to philanthropy. using her platform for good causes.
Yeah, she's been a consistent advocate for various charities over the years, seemed genuinely committed.
She's done work for St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital, appeared in their commercials. She co-hosted the Stand Up to Cancer show back in 2008.
Important causes, using her visibility to raise funds and awareness.
She directed and starred in a video for the It Can't Wait campaign, raising awareness about the situation in Burma, supports an orphanage in Tijuana called Friends of El Faro.
That shows a breadth of interest, from health to human rights to children's welfare.
And she received GLAA's Vanguard Award in 2007.
Recognizing her support for the LGBTQ+ community, that's a significant honor.
She's also been involved with Saks Fifth Avenue's Key to the Cure campaign for cancer research, supported Clothes Off Our Back, Feeding America, disaster relief for Haiti, hurricane victims. The list goes on.
Seems like a genuine and sustained effort over many years. It's not just a one-off thing.
Definitely. Now, let's talk about her media image. She got tagged America's Sweetheart during the Friends era.
And somehow that image has largely endured, hasn't it? There's a warmth and relatability people connect with.
For sure. She's consistently on those most beautiful women lists. People magazine's topped it multiple times. Recognized for her style, too.
Always looks chic and put together. But ironically, that Rachel haircut that defined 90s style, she apparently hated it. Found it hard to manage.
Huh. That's amazing. The power of television creates a trend even the originator doesn't love.
Totally. And financially, she's consistently been one of the highest paid actresses in the world. A regular on the Forbes lists.
She got her star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame in 2012, a permanent fixture.
Well-deserved recognition of her impact.
In 2016, she wrote that really powerful essay for the Huffington Post.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Calling out the intense media scrutiny, especially the constant pregnancy speculation and objectification of women.
It really struck a chord, sparked a lot of conversation about how the media treats female celebrities.
A brave and necessary thing to do, using her voice to push back.
And speaking of media, she finally joined Instagram in 2019.
And promptly broke the Guinness World Record for the fastest account to reach 1 million followers.
Insane. Just shows the massive, enduring global interest to her.
Huge fan base. Still incredibly relevant.
On a more personal level, she talks about practicing yoga, Hatha yoga, and Budokan karate, and transcendental meditation. Focuses on wellness.
Keeping grounded amidst the Hollywood madness, I suppose.
And she's opened up about being diagnosed with dyslexia in her 20s, said it helped her understand struggles she'd had in school.
Sharing that vulnerability makes her more relatable, I think.
Yeah.
Helps others maybe feel less alone with similar challenges.
She's been politically active, too, endorsing Democratic candidates over the years.
Using her platform in that sphere as well.
And she spoke very openly quite recently about her journey with IVF in her 30s and 40s, trying to conceive.
That was a very personal revelation, shedding light on something many women go through, often silently. Takes courage to share that.
It really does. And on a lighter note related to that, apparently Adam Sandler and his family send her flowers every Mother's Day.
Oh, that's really sweet. Speaks to a genuine friendship there.
Yeah. Of course, her personal life, especially her marriages, first to Brad Pitt, ending in 2005, and later to Justin Theroux from 2015 to 2017, have been under an intense microscope.
Or relentless media attention. It highlights the immense pressure of having relationships play out in the public eye. Must be incredibly difficult.
You can only imagine. So when you step back and look at the whole Jennifer Aniston story, it's really remarkable.
It really is. Resilience is the word that keeps coming to mind. Talent, obviously, but also this incredible ability to navigate decades of fame.
From those early struggles, the canceled shows, the bike messenger days, to Friends Mania, becoming a global household name, building a massive film career, savvy business moves, and now this powerful return to TV with The Morning Show.
And doing it all while maintaining this connection with the audience and also consistently giving back through philanthropy. It's quite the arc.
It truly is. We hope this deep dive today has given everyone listening a bit more insight into the many layers of Jennifer Aniston's career and life.
There's so much more than just Rachel Green, as iconic as she is. A really substantial and evolving body of work, and a fascinating journey off-screen, too.
Definitely encourage folks to check out some of her lesser-known films, like The Good Girl or Cake, if they haven't already, and look into the charities she supports.
Her story is a great reminder that careers aren't always linear. There are bumps, reinventions, but persistence and adapting can lead to incredible longevity.
Well said. And if you enjoyed this journey on Tell Me More Stories Told Us podcast, please do hit that subscribe button. We've got many more stories we're excited to share.
Let us know who or what you're curious about, too.
Absolutely. Thanks for tuning in.